Please do step back from the boards. First to pick the ball up, it looks like we've got Patadi. Patadi backed up nicely by Ali Patterson. Ali leaves the ball behind the room. They can't quite control it. And here comes Juan Cruz Araja calmly tapping this one forward, looking to make the pass up to the front door. Running back in defence for Cheval Noir, we have Jimmy Wood. Jay Wood looks over his shoulder, has a good look to see where everybody is, decides to turn the ball. Ali Patterson turned early, looking for a backhand, has to recover quickly to find the ball. Here comes Larumbe. Chips that one towards the picnic side. Ali Patterson still keeping the pressure on him. Patterson now has a backhand opportunity, opens it up, looking for Araja. Araja stops this one, brings it forward, now passes back to Ali. Patterson nudges the ball forward as Larumbe leans forward to try and pick this one up. Menard gets a touch on it, leaves the ball behind. Back to Larumbe, passes up to Jimmy Wood. Jimmy Wood gets hold of that one, sends it screaming over the halfway line now. Jay Wood running down the field, approaching the 60. A nice approach shot up to the 40. Menard back in defence, makes the hook at the last minute. The ball rolls forward right towards the post. It's going to be Larumbe with a touch to goal. Backed out of there by Patadi. A turn from Juan Cruz Araja to clear this one for Cheval Blanc. Nice pass up to Patterson. Patterson holding on to this one. Federico Badu shadowing the player. Can Patterson get past? He's got a quick pony as he cruises past. Badu leaning forward, looking for the hook. He's been beaten to it by Patterson. Patterson switching onto the near side. Could this be a score? Ali Patterson right in front of the post, juggles the ball through, and that is a goal to Cheval Blanc. Get plucked out of the air there by Patadi. Patadi strikes the ball well and sends it forward. Shane Younger looking at the man, now he's got an opportunity to go to the ball. Takes it forward, back towards his own goal. Taps once, doesn't quite connect. Patadi has got difficulty controlling a moving ball there. Sharp turn by Larumbe. Larumbe out on the boards, comes back into field. Sends a nice pass looking for Jimmy Wood. It's gone a little bit far and Menard has an opportunity to turn this one around. Antonio Menard now with the ball. Checks the body down and turn back inside. He's got an opportunity to pass up to Ali Patterson. That's a nice strike of the ball and Ali running down on the 60-yard line, looking to put this one away. Ali looking for a second goal of the first. Chugga can't quite connect with a near side neck shot and leaves it behind for Larumbe. Strikes a beautiful tail backhand out towards the boards. On the end of that is Menard. Menard on the near side under pressure from Jimmy Wood. Larumbe holding on to this one. Sliding in there to pick up the loose ball. We've got Juan Cruz Araja. Araja leaves it behind for Fede Badu. Both Araja and Fede Badu from Coronel Suarez in Argentina know each other well, play a lot of polo at the Suarez Polo Club. Nice shot there from Badu up to Shane Younger, almost on the halfway line. Shane, one strike of the ball. A second strike. Leaves the ball behind. Near side pick up there by Araja. Now we've got Larumbe. Larumbe pushes the pony forward, taps in towards the goal, can't quite get back onto the line. Ali Patterson winds up for the tail back, strikes it beautifully, but almost a little bit too well as it ricochets backwards on the pony's foot. Now around the corner comes Jimmy Wood. Jimmy still holding on to this one under significant pressure from Juan Cruz Araja. Can Araja get the bottom up of the pony? Kicks the ball right into the goal mouth. Jimmy Wood struggling to get a stick to that one. And it's going to be Menard who clears this one away for the Whites. Nice strike and a pass up to Juan Cruz Araja. Sends that one up to the halfway line. Jimmy Wood, beautiful open-handed backhand, putting the angle onto that one into space, but Menard, who's playing a great game at back, strikes the near side backhand. Araja goes for a bit of tennis there. The day off Wimbledon, but we'll have some tennis here at half. Shane Younger back on the ball, drives the shot forward, past the 60, past the 40, up to the 30. Menard under pressure on the near side again. This one marched down by Jimmy Wood. Big hook there. Strike of the ball from Larumbe in towards the post, but it has come off Menard and out over the back. Out of play. Badu strikes that one nicely. It comes off the stick. It's just about made it through. Brilliant reactions there by Juan Cruz, reactions there by Ali Patterson. He's free, running down towards the goal. The ball bounces high, connects on the volley, sends it up to the 30-yard line. Ali Patterson just going to have to tap on this one to send it through the post. And that is a cracking goal straight from the line. Now what an answer there by Cheval Blanc over the course of this match. Ali Patterson again wins the line out. Now checks the pony down, moves a little bit to the side for him there, and that causes a problem as he loses possession of that. Jimmy Wood recovers well for Cheval Noir. Bit of a strike of the ball there, doesn't quite get the distance he wants, but it reaches Lorenzo Larumbe. No, it's going to reach Fede Badou. Fede picks up on his near side, challenge coming in by Menard. That leaves Ali Patterson open to steal that one right underneath the nose of Fede Badou, and he's running loose once again down the field. Patterson over the halfway line, coming back in defence. We've got Lorenzo Larumbe. Still Patterson there in possession, launches that one sky high. Now he's going to want to check down, allow the ball to settle. He gets written out of that one as a solid ride-off from Larumbe, pushes him out to the side. Larumbe now cutting the ball across his own goal and going back down towards the clubhouse. Checking the pony down as he approaches the board to make sure he can control this ball nicely. Patterson still on his case there, can't quite control the bouncing ball, and Jimmy Wood recovers it nicely, keeping things going for Cheval Noir. Gets a little bit stuck there as he doesn't quite reach the 60, and Cheval Blanc turns things around. Here comes the defensive player, Antonio Menard, sends a pass up. Ali Patterson can't quite reach it. Menard's there behind though. Big drive of the ball all the way down the field. Back in defence goes Fede Badou. Fede early ride off from him as he gets control of the man. Near side, flick shot out towards the ball. Good defensive play. Gives his team the chance to turn the corner. Keeps his stick side defended now as Menard keeps the pressure on. Menard now right out of position. He's been playing at the back of the field. Now he finds himself up at the front, shadowing Badou. Big drive of the ball there. Badou sends that up to the halfway line. Jimmy Wood on the end of this one. Patterson screeching round the corner there as he handles the pony beautifully into the turn there. 30-second warning bell rings. Players know the chucker's coming to an end. In possession we've got Cheval Blanc. Pass up to Patterson. Patterson trying to take that one on the volley once again. The ball bouncing around a lot. Need a bit of treading in at half-time in this match, but the chucker still to go until we get to that point. Second, sticking down till the end of the first chucker. Can Cheval Blanc capitalise on the advantage they've got with ground? Picked up now by Larumbe. Larumbe wrestling the ball out from him. Looks to drive it forward, but there's the bell to end chucker number 1 quarter. Some superb apartments, townhouses and boutique hotels. Here we go though, we've got chucker number 2 underway, and it looks like it's Jimmy Wood aboard the grey pony who's on the march to goal, tapping the ball as it bounces around. Beautiful control as he plays tennis, just juggling the ball straight in towards the post. Leaves it behind though. It's picked up by teammate Larumbe. Pop through the post, and missing each other at the front of the line out there. The ball rolled in down the middle. White Cruz, Araja Martelli, the pony with the very strange tail, emerges with possession. Backhand there by Jimmy Wood up to his teammate Antonio Menard. Menard being hassled there by Fede Badou. Fede wants to release the pass. One cruises round the outside. Still holding on to this one. Fede Badou. Seems like a little bit of difficulty releasing the ball here as he taps forward, goes through a challenge. Now he's going to release it. It's like a golf shot. It almost hits a pigeon. I think it did, in fact, connect with the pigeon, and that might have just corrected the direction of the ball as it finds the post. What a goal there by Fede Badou, helicoptering in celebration. Our polo manager's going to send the ball back into play. Who's going to pick this one up? Ali Patterson leaning forward, looking for that one as Larumbe picks it up. Beautiful driven ball by Antonio Menard, fantastic precision, lands it up on the 30. Here comes Ali Patterson, no one saw him coming on the near side there as he tries to strike it in towards the goal. It's cleared there by Fede Badou. Patterson back round the corner, approaching goal once again, looking for another one. Patterson having a great match, his second match out this afternoon, still with the ball. Looks like he's going to take it in towards the goal. Round the corner comes one cruiser, Menard now there as well. Badou tries to make the hook, appeals back to the umpire. The ball spills out loose for Cheval Blanc, and actually Jimmy Wood another run on that grey pony. Menard back in defence. Jimmy applies the accelerator, tries to get past Menard, solid with that ride off. Now releases the tail backhand for White Cruz. White Cruz off the bounce, 2 feet in the air. He connects with that one beautifully. Looks like he might have just lost the stirrup there. Jimmy Wood's pony takes a little bit of skid there on the boards. It looks okay as he gets back up again. White Cruz still marching the goal. Takes a shot to goal, but it is wide over the boards. I'm not 100% sure why the tail's like that. We fear it may have been eaten by another horse, but why we don't know. So nice strike of the ball up to the halfway line. Barbatati makes a ride off on Shane Younger. That clears the way for the backhand from Antonio Menard. That's ridden down now the Cheval Noir on the run again. Hook there. No, it looks like Larumbe dodging through the hook from One Cruz Araja aboard the Honey Badger. Still, Larumbe with the ball, big cut shot required to goal. He launches that one into space. Has it found the angle? It looks like it's almost found the goal, Judge, but not the goal. Cheval block. Antonio Menard brings this one up towards the 30. He's got Jimmy Wood waiting up for him. Now releases the pass. Ali Patterson hunting for this one on his near side. He's not going to be able to connect with that. Badu, near side pickup. Here comes Juan Cruz Araja looking to steal that one back for Blanc, but he doesn't manage to. Badu coming round the corner. He's got trouble in the form of Araja and the Honey Badger. It looks like they've got away with this one. Juan Cruz Araja on his way to goal. Looks for the big neck shot. Launches that one into space, but no, he's shanked it. It's gone off wide and out over the back line. All just moving at the last minute. So here comes Badu from the back line. Taps way up to the 60-yard line. No challenges coming in. Here comes the Honey Badger behind him though. Still Badu holding on to this one. Badu with the challenge coming from Araja. Dodges inside. Beautiful control of the ball there. Araja now has to give him a bit of space to hit this one away. Badu launches the pass down the field. Who's he found? Looking for Larumbe. Larumbe slips past Ali Patterson on a quick pony. Larumbe looking at goal. Looks to launch this one, but again can't find the angle on that, and the ball. Menard from the back line, taps up to the 30, changes direction, hits left to Ali Patterson. Ali beautifully in space there, checks down as Jimmy Wood crosses sides, looking to make the challenge there. That is an absolutely sensational shot, way over halfway, running on to the end of this one. Juan Cruz Araja, can he put this one away? He's looking solid in the right-off. Here comes Fede Badu now with a near side opportunity. Times the ball on his near side, just a touch there to put it in the right place. Now he's got Jimmy Wood helping out. Jimmy sends a shot, finds the route right between all the players, all the way up to the front door. Riding back in defence is Menard. Menard holds on to this one, turning it around on the tee at the centre. Inside the last minute before that first bell rings. A shot for Menard, back up to Ali Patterson. Going to be intercepted though by Badu. Badu round the corner, Patterson coming in looking for a big challenge. Badu rides over early to try and push him out of it. Badu checks the pony down, holds on to the ball. Patterson comes in there on the end to take Cheval Noir to take this one. Badu lands that one right in front of Patterson's nose. Patterson, open-handed backhand. Badu intercepts that in the middle of the air. The open-handed backhand was good. The turn was there from Menard, but could you believe it? Fede Badu swats it out of the air. Sends a pass down the field. Back in defence goes Patterson, swapping positions with Antonio Menard. Menard now going back in defence. He allows Patterson to come through with this one. Has he been robbed? No, not quite by Jimmy Wood, but he's certainly been slowed down as he gets through a pack of Cheval Noir players. First bell rings. Menard in possession for Cheval Blanc. Centre pass centred into the middle. Patterson switching over, looking for this flick of a tail backhand on the near side there by Badu. It's been picked up by Menard. Menard's going to run this one. He knows the clock's ticking down. Winds up for the big shot to goal. Has he found the angle? The shot's absolutely huge, but out to the left-hand side. Still in play. Who's going to run on to the end of this one? Fede Badu, it looks like, has the line. Badu doesn't quite connect as he might like. The second bell rings, and that find themselves only just in the lead. There's Juan Cruz Araja, flicks the ball in, but it's been picked up by Lorenzo Larumbe. Larumbe drives the big ball up to the front door, looking for Shane Younger. Younger's on the end of this one, taps over halfway, dealing with the bounce nicely. Barpatani racing back in defence after his man. We've got Shane Younger. Shane up past the 60, up to the 30. Hooked out of it there by Barpatani, and a big tail backhand there by Ali Patterson aboard a pony. He's recently been sent from Adam Kent. Nice shot forward there from Jimmy Wood. What a score there by the Kiwi player. That brings it up to 4 goals to 2.5. Freddie Ventura and it's Ali Patterson. High percentage of the line-out wins this afternoon. He's going to turn the ball around as he's facing the wrong direction to start with. Goes to launch a shot forward, leaves it behind for teammate Juan Cruz Araja Martelli. Juan Cruz now releases the pass up to Ali Patterson. Patterson skids around the corner and back onto the line. Now pulls the pony up to a stop. He applies the brakes, wanting to correct his direction, send himself in towards goal. He's got challenges coming from both sides. Now he's got Lorenzo Larumbe. He gets past him. Ali Patterson running in towards the post. Is he going to put this one through? Sends it a little bit far. He's way out of the saddle there, leaning for the hook on Jimmy Wood. Jimmy trying to clear that one away for Cheval Noir. Menard launches another assault on the Cheval Noir goal. Big ride-off there by Fede Badu. Badu leaves the ball behind. Flick back, brings this one back in. Hits left. Beautiful strike of the ball up to Shane Younger. Shane taps once. Leaves the ball for his teammate Lorenzo Larumbe. The Rumbe drives a nice ball back up to the front door. Shane Young are running this one through. Big ride off there from Menard. Menard leaves it for Ali Patterson. Patterson brings the pony round the corner nicely. He's got support behind. He's got up front One Cruiser Raja. Launches the ball forward, screaming over the halfway line. Now the players let the ponies run. Back in defence in the number 4 shirt, Federico Badu. Badu open-handed backhand, or a little bit straight in fact, sends it for Jimmy Wood. Jimmy Wood interrupts it. He's had it robbed away from him by Menard. Menard dealing with the bounce well, holding on to this one, tapping in towards the post. Challenge coming from the Rumbe, leaves it behind for Araja. Great bit of stick work there by Badu as he takes that one away from Araja's near side. Now drives the ball back in the other direction. Once again passing up to the forward, Shane Young. Shane called off it by Jimmy Wood. Jimmy wants to launch that one forward. Doesn't connect as much as he might like, but it's possibly a blessing there as he's got Ali Patterson waiting up for the long ball. Now Jimmy decides to tap the ball forward. Can't quite reach back far enough to hold on to that one. The ball slowing down a little bit quickly for him. Menard leaves the ball behind. Araja around the corner. Sends the ball in towards the umpire. Araja out towards the boards. Holding on to this one. Ali Patterson looking up for the pass. Araja releases the pass very nicely indeed. Patterson being controlled there by Badu out on the boards. Badu now crossing back to the centre of the field. Takes the ball across his own goal mouth, out towards the corner. Patterson racing in like a missile there to make the challenge in the corner. Badu decides to go back the other way, trying desperately to lose Patterson as Patterson shadows nicely there. Still Badu drives this one straight down the boards, but it just hops out. Sent down the centre, it's stopped by Barpatani. Furious sticks clashing there on top of the ball. Players just spinning around like a tornado on the top of that one. Shane Younger, he's the man with possession, emerges with this one. It's pinched away from him now by Menard. Menard switching onto his near side, controlling that ball beautifully. Jimmy Wood winds up for the backhand, but called off it by the Rumbe. Menard back round the corner, trying to release the pass. He's being hassled hard though by Lurumbe. Lurumbe doing everything he can to get the better of him. The ball spills forward. Lurumbe's there. Doesn't quite connect with the backhand. It's an opportunity for Menard. Picks up on his near side just to be careful. And there he goes through the post. Another goal for Cheval Cup. So the ball thrown back into play. Menard picks this one up. Menard fresh off the score. A moment to go, holds on to the ball, allows his forward to go through. He wants to release the pass at the right moment, but here come the challenges. Menard back onto his near side, inside the 60. Could take this one himself, still with the Rumbe. The Rumbe on the near side, swinging around, makes the hook and the steal. Takes this one towards the ball. Menard comes back in again, challenging, looking for the ball. Now he's got trouble from Jimmy Wood. Still Menard coming through onto this one. Badu back to his near side, hooked out of it by Raja. Back to the Rumbe. Players hold up, the umpire's going to call in a second for people to use the ball. Araja goes to the next shot, doesn't connect, but he's supported well by Menard. Menard holding on to this one, here comes the Rumbe. Now we've got Araja back round the corner, looking for underneath the neck on the near side, sends it across the goal mouth, and the clearance shot comes in from Badu. Badu through the pigeons. We've already seen him injure one this afternoon. Badu with the ball on the 30, drives it for a beautifully placed pass. Looks like Barpatani's going to have an opportunity at this one. Ali Patterson calls the back and open-handed it comes. Menard's going to pick this one up. Menard holding on to the ball again, giving his forwards time to turn around the corner. The bell rings, 30 seconds to go. He's going to run this one himself. Menard taps the ball nicely. Jimmy Wood puts the pressure on. Still Menard recovering as he loses the ride off, but still with the ball. Shot to goal. What a way to finish, but it's wide. It's wide.
So the whistle
Of the Cheval Cup, driven all the way down the field by Cheval Noir, picked up again by Antonio Menard, who's having an absolutely fantastic match this afternoon. Sends a pass up to One Cruiser Raja. Raja's round the corner, leaning forward for the hook. It's Badu with Raja, releases a shot to goal. It's through the post. What a score there! Beautiful play following this last chapter of our Cheval Cup. The ball back into play. Freddy Badu picks this one up. Badu makes the shot forward, lovely play there as it lands up on the 30-yard line, running onto the end of this one. Shane Young, as Shane controls the pony, taps the goal, it's looking pretty good. Has he found the mark? Barpatani saves that one off the line. Jimmy Wood intercepts a moving ball, but doesn't quite get the mark there as he sends it out to the right-hand side. Lorenzo intercepting that ball there with his magnificent pink bandages. Shot forward from Menard up to Ali Patterson. Patterson pushes the pony forward. He's between two players. There's a challenge going from Jimmy Wood, but Patterson pushes out front. He's got the pony to run there. Patterson holding on to this one. The ball goes high. Will he be able to get a stick to this one? Next shot to goal. Doesn't quite get the length on that. Jimmy Wood, open-handed backhand, way out to the boards. Good strong shot for the Kiwi pair. Sends it up to Larumbe. Picked up now by Menard, who's been controlling the Cheval Blanc team beautifully. Great shot forward, back up to Ali Patterson. Patterson can just take a play on that one, but he's hooked out a bit aggressively there by Jimmy Wood. And the ball runs over the back line. Extra time as we've got a half goal up on the scoreboard. We will finish with a winner on the final bell. Shane Younger now in possession for Cheval Noir. Shane pushed out of that one by Barpatadi. Ali Patterson winds up a backhand tail shot to Menard. Menard now thinking about running this one himself, but checks the pony down, controls the speed. Ali Patterson, one Cruiser Raja, one running up for the pass. Great teamwork there as Menard times the pass beautifully all the way down the field and hits it for Badou. Badou taps the ball in, crossing the front of his own goal, but unchallenged, keeping his stick side defended nicely. Good shot there as he sends it out towards the boards once again, scattering pigeons left, right and centre. Ali Patterson tries to pick this one up, but he doesn't quite connect, and Jimmy Wood still in possession now, holding on to the ball, sees where his forward is, now releases the pass. Shane Younger on the run down the field, challenged hard there by Barpatadi. Looks like he's going to get on Shane's horse. Still Shane knocks the ball forward. Now Ali Patterson has a good look over both shoulders, decides turning the ball's the best option. He's right in front of his own post, so he doesn't want to lose possession of this one. Luckily he's got Menard there as he leaves it behind for him. Menard now makes a pass back to Ali. Ali being hassled by Larumbe, but he's got support in front in the form of one Cruiser Raja, sends it back to Ali Patterson. Ali now on another flying run down the field. Ali reaches Mach 3 as he gets past Larumbe. Look at this pony move as he races down the picnic side of the ground, connects with the next shot but doesn't quite have the distance. Coming through onto the end of this one, one Cruiser Raja, one shot to goal, and it is just wide. Our chairman of the goalpost photograph, and of course our sponsors from Cheval Residencies. Ball's brought back into play. Fede Badou unloads the shot up to the halfway line. Jimmy Wood's on the end of this one. Antonio Menard solid in defence there, puts him off his stride. Can Jimmy hold on to this one? He's just tapping it along the boards. The ball just stuck in there a little bit. Doesn't quite connect. Now Ali Patterson's going to clean this one up. Ali turning the ball around. Shane Younger comes in for a challenge, but Ali gets away with this one now into space. Unloads a pass straight down the field. Here comes Barpatadi. Look at that pony goes. He races around the outside of Fede Badou, with the ball hopping out of the way at the last minute, unfortunately for Bar. So Larumbe moves this one a little bit further back towards his own goal. Ali Patterson sends a shot forward. It's rolling towards the post. It's looking pretty good. It's just about found it. Ball back in by Fede Badou. Badou taps right up to the 60-yard line. Here comes a challenge from Raja. Raja puts in a punishing ride off there on Badou, the 5-goal player. Here's Larumbe though. Larumbe also receives a particularly hard ride off there from Raja. Raja determined to turn this one around and get an extra goal up on the board for his team. Raja holding on to this one, Badou. That's a particularly interesting play there by Fede Badou. We'll allow our umpires to sort that one out. Patterson hits that one like a driven shot from a golf tee. It's almost all the way down, ricochets off a divot. It might have gone on its own, but it finds.
Okay, give me 51 seconds.
Ball back into play by Badou. Badou gets around the outside of Araja. Badou on the run, looking for another goal for Cheval Noir. There's only half a goal in it. Badou controlling it all the way out on the board. He's got players all around him. Has he got the legs to get in there? Badou running in towards the post, challenged by Araja. Still Badou with this one, taps once. The ball left behind, and Menard will clear this one up for Cheval Blanc. What a fantastic finish to this match. There's only 30 seconds remaining. This time it's turned around, back up to Araja. Araja through the pigeons again, and he's running up towards the halfway line. The clock ticking down. Will we see one more goal for Cheval Blanc? The ball bounces high. Big backhand there from Jimmy Wood out into a picnic. And that, I believe, as the clock is ticking down, may well be the last play we see of this match. 4 goals to 4.5. Cheval Blanc are winners of the Cheval Cup.
Mr.